So, I just want to make sure. Can everybody hear me okay? What's wrong, Janae?
Your voice is coming through here. I need to.
Oh, do you want me to put my microphone on? Is that
No,
better?
I could turn mine off, but I can just hear you.
You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys, so what we're going to do today, so we're going to do it a little bit different today. We're not going to post to the discussion like we normally do. Oh, sorry, Janae, I'm going to put you back in. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Did you get out?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to turn this microphone off. Oh, like me off.
Do you need me to put I can put my microphone on if you want.
No, but I need to press. Because that's what usually.
Well, for some reason you're coming through. Well, no. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm still hearing you.
Well, I can hear you on mine too. Maybe let me mute mine. Can you, are you good now?
Oh, yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I just needed to mute mine. All right, you guys, so anyway, like I said, we're going to do it a little bit differently today. We are not going to go into Schoology and post to the discussion. This is our Thanksgiving week, so you have no new assignments this week. So this would be a really great week for you guys to redo anything that you're not proficient in or get caught up. Very good, Janae, very good. So that's something to think about. This is under the Thanksgiving week expectations. But, you know, really just use this Thanksgiving week. I know that we're all on break, but I will be around. So if you guys post assignments or questions or you need anything, I will be there. So just know that when we get back, there is only 3 weeks left. And in fact, the third week is a short week, so you don't have much time. Hi, Lita. How are you? Good to see you in here today. But anyway, so Lita, we were just going over the Thanksgiving week expectations. Oh, and Skylar. Skylar's here too. So these are the expectations, and then our objectives today, we're just going to do a little review. So what I've noticed in all your work is that X and Y-intercepts are very difficult for people, and that you struggle with them, and you struggle writing them as a coordinate pair. So we're going to go over that. So instead, what we're going to do, instead of our regular discussion, what you'll do is you'll post what you learned from what we're talking about today. So you'll go ahead into Schoology when we're done, and you'll post what we learned from today in Schoology. And then remember that, you guys, I just want to remind you that you can't earn higher than a PP if you don't go back and respond to somebody else's post. So after you post, don't forget to go back in and post a comment for somebody else. So you can even post something you learned from them, or you can post an additional thought. You can even post a question. So, oh, am I echoing, Leda? I'm sorry. Okay, let me.
Yeah, you still.
I'll just go ahead and use my headphones, you guys. I thought maybe I could not, but I'll do that since I'm echoing for everybody. All right, so give me a second here.
But there's a microphone
How's that?
Could, on your computer, on our computer, that we can press it. We won't hear you. And it will just hear
you have your microphone on. You know what you need to do is mute yours.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Okay, so go up to there.
Yeah, and I tried to click on this, but it won't.
And say mute.
All right, there we go.
Okay, good. Oh, okay, now here's this. You've got one other thing that Dustin showed me, I think. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Lita, how's this? Am I still echoing?
You're not. No.
All right. So I'm assuming no, Lita, because you didn't say that I'm still echoing. So I'm hoping that I'm good. So, okay, good, Lita, that's good. Oh, and you have your microphone going. Awesome. Okay, so just make sure if you need to maybe mute it in between, and that way you are not echoing. All right. Uh-huh. Oh, hi, Skylar. Sorry, thought you were Lita, but I saw you come in too. How's everything going? Okay. All right. So, Skylar, do you want to mute your microphone just for now? Okay, good. All right, so Skylar, make sure you and Lita, because I know you guys just came in over there, but look at the objectives, look at the Thanksgiving week expectations. Again, you guys know that I'm around, so if you need anything, definitely message me, okay? And then Skylar, maybe if you have a second when we're done, I just wanted to talk to you real quick, okay? All right, you guys, so let's move on with our webinar. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do first is go ahead and pick a notepad or a whiteboard. So Skylar and Lita, I know you guys have, I know you just got some iPads over there at Children's, so if you want to use your iPad, you can. I went ahead and put 2 whiteboards on the screen for you guys. So you can definitely pick a whiteboard if you want to write directly on there. But go ahead and write your name on the top of whatever you choose. So go ahead and pick a notepad or a whiteboard. Ah, very good, Skylar. You got it figured out. And then write your name on the top. Ashley, did you pick one? A notepad?
I picked mine as soon as I got it.
Janae is quick. Dustin. Dustin. Notepad. Notepad. The notepad. Leda, I think that's you writing the hi. Okay, so first step. So Dustin, stay with us. It's not going to take too long. Are you focused on me? You're focused with me? Okay, good. Okay, so you write your name on top, and then what I want you to do under number 2, the second step, is to write what you know about the X and Y-intercepts of a graph. So write everything you know. What is an X-intercept? What is a Y-intercept? What does it mean? So just feel free to type or write as much as you want. And if you chose a whiteboard, you can also hit the T and you can type too. So on this one, I just want you guys to write. So go ahead and write. Let's take a minute and write what you know. Are there any questions from anybody as they start to get going? Did you have a question, Dustin?
So we're supposed to figure
Okay,
out.
so Skylar, what you want to write about is what you know about X and Y intercepts. So what are they? And where are they? You know, what do they mean? Anything you know. Does that make sense? You can, Dustin. Yes. It's okay, Skylar. Just do your best. All right, Dustin. Anything basic is fine.
This is one level.
It is. It is. All right. So Ashley is off to a good start. Kelly, very nice. All right, Sky. Good job, you guys. So yeah, Janae, just put whatever you know, even if you think it's not relevant, put what you know. Okay. You don't even have to look it up. Just whatever comes to your mind, anything. Yeah, and Lita, you and Skylar, if it's difficult to write, you can always choose a notepad as well. We have extra today. So if you want to choose a notepad, you can, and then you can type in there. Or if you want to keep writing, if that's comfortable, you can write as well. So Skylar, just put anything you can think. And even if you don't know what it is, it doesn't matter. Just put whatever you think you know about the X and Y intercepts. Lita, you erased all your fine work. Oh, and Lita, if you want to talk to me, you can open your microphone up and talk to me too if you want. It's because Skylar is getting. But yeah, Lita, if you need to, feel free to engage your microphone. Skylar, I see a Y is from you. Y is, put what you think. So you got Ashley. Oops. Good, Ashley's still going. Janae. Okay, good. Dustin. All right. So Ashley's got hers in. Janae is on track. Dustin, good. Kelly's got something in. So Skylar, what do you think? Do you want to just talk to me? What would be easiest for you? Okay, that's good, Skylar. You can leave your mic on. Do you want to just tell me what you think the Y and X intercepts are? Okay. So what do you think the X intercept is, Skylar? Okay. And what about your Y-intercept? Okay. Do you know anything else about the intercepts? Can you think of anything else? Okay. Okay, so what do you mean, like a slope? How? Are you talking about between them? Okay. Okay. It's okay, Skylar. It's okay. You're doing fine. Do you know, Skylar, how would you write an X and Y intercept? Do you know how to write them? Yeah. You know what, Sky? It's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to actually write some together. So it looks like, and Leta's still going on. And Y is in the, oh, so Leta's got even a new concept. So Skylar, you're doing great. But just hang in there. We're gonna talk about how to write them, and I'm gonna have you guys trying to write them. So let's look at what Leta's saying, and then we can move on. So Leta says that the Y is in the equation Y equals mx plus b. Excellent. Very good, Leta, very good. So now if we go back to Ashley's, the x-intercept goes horizontal and the y-intercept is vertical. And Sky, that's what you said too. That's exactly right. The x and y-intercepts are used to calculate slope and linear equations. You can definitely use those to calculate the slopes. If you want to, you can go in between them. And Janae, you erased it. What did you say?
Mine is not good.
No, yours is good. Don't ever erase. You could be exactly right. What did you tell me what you said?
The Y is on top and the X is on the bottom of the graph, and then I was gonna put the X is on the side and the Y is on the other side.
Okay, that's exactly fine. I understand exactly what you're saying. So Janae was saying that the Y is on the top of the graph and the X is on the bottom. So you're basically saying vertical and horizontal with that too. Good. And then Dustin, the same thing. Y-intercept is vertical, X-intercept is horizontal. And Kelly said they're used to plot coordinates on a graph.
I like that.
You like that one?
Yeah.
So Janae likes your answer. So we're going to figure out, a little bit more about X and Y intercepts. Okay. Now, you guys, one thing about X and Y intercepts is they are on a graph, and they are associated with these lines, right? So if I look at, say, for example, graph 1, and I'll do this one for you guys, and then you guys are going to do graphs 2, 3, and 4. So let's say if I look at this graph, whoops, something is going on here with my graph. If I look at this graph, whoops, hang on a second, let's move it back. And we say that, if I look at this first one and we say the x-intercept is horizontal is what you guys are saying. Can you guys see at what number this line crosses through the x-axis?
5.
5, close. Janae, close.
Well, 6.
6, good.
It's on the 6, but it's not really on the 6.
It is, well, it's hard to tell. It's small for you guys, yeah. It's a little bit small. Hey, Sky, do you want to mute your microphone just real quick? Okay. So what you have here, thanks, Skylar. So what you have here is you have an x-intercept. Wherever the line crosses horizontally along the x-axis, you have an x-intercept here of 6. But what you guys tend to put is a lot of times we'll just put 6. But this is actually a point, right? This is a coordinate point. And this coordinate point is 6 because you went out left or right 6 spaces. and then you went up or down 0. So this coordinate point is 6, 0. Okay, and that's how you write the x-intercept. You write as a coordinate point. So on all those practices that you guys have done, some of you have been really good about actually giving me the value 6, but just be careful how you write it because it is actually a location on the graph. It's a point. So now if we look at this other one down here, this is our y-intercept. As you guys were saying, it's a vertical, right? It goes up and down. So if I look at this point, and this is where you have to be really careful, our x-coordinate comes first, but notice that we went left and right 0 spaces, but we did drop down 10, so we have 0, -10. So notice where the zeros are, you guys. When we're finding the x-intercept, did you see that in the video, Shanae? Good, see? Then our y is always going to be 0, so anywhere along this x-axis. When we're finding our y-intercept, well, look, x is always going to be 0 there, so the zeros are at different locations. And that was just kind of a struggle that I was seeing from you guys with some of our calculations. So go ahead in your notepads. So in your notepads, go ahead and number 2, 3, and 4. How about for graphs 2, 3, and 4? Justin, are you looking at it? Are you zoned in? You have that zoned in look. And then so on graph 2, go ahead and just write what is the x-intercept, what is the y-intercept. So go ahead and make points just like I did down here, 0, 2, oops, and negative. You did understand it?
I didn't.
You didn't? See, I knew it. I knew it, Ashley. I knew it. Something's going on here with my bamboo. Okay.
You said number it from 1 to 4?
You can leave 1 off because we did that one together. Okay. So you can just do 2, 3, and 4. And then go ahead and write in the x-intercept and the y-intercept.
Oh.
All right. Okay, so are there any questions? It looks like. You what?
How do you do the whole thing? Because I didn't understand it when you were trying to explain it.
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
Okay, so look at graph 1.
Okay.
And I moved it around, so let me go back over here and move this up. And let me move this down. So here's my x-intercept right here at 6, right? So the way I write it is just 6, 0 for that point. And then I went down here and I found my y-intercept down here at -10. So I just wrote it as 0, -10. That is the coordinates for my y-intercept.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
So just do that for graph 2, 3, and 4. It's not too bad. All right. So let's just make sure. So Dustin, you must be good because you started. It looks like Leda, you are good. You got 2 down. Yeah, Skylar? Oh, Leda is? Okay, go ahead, Leda. What do you need? Uh-huh.
So we just write the numbers that it is?
Hang on 1 second, Jenny. So Leda, you're saying you can't see the graphs actually? It takes too long? Yeah, that's fine, Kelly, that's fine. Leda, I think it's because you're on the iPads. If you can turn on your computer and log in from your computer too, you'll be able to see the graphs better. I think that's kind of a glitch with the iPads, to struggle with them a little bit, is actually seeing the lesson because the iPad sort of focuses in on one thing at a time, and then it does take a long time to switch over. So Leda, I don't know if you guys are able to do that over there with an extra computer, but if you can, that might help you with that technology piece. Sorry, Janae, what were you saying?
Do we just put the numbers
Uh-huh.
that it is?
You're doing great.
Okay.
You're doing great. Justin looks good. Ashley, awesome. And Leda, it looks like you're getting number 3 though, so that's good. And Skylar, yeah, if you need to look on, if Leda's screen is working and yours isn't, maybe look on hers. It looks like you wrote the equation of a line. Ashley, you got them all? All right, I'm going to scroll down for you and see what you got. How come yours says you're typing still? Very strange. Ah, there you go. All right, Janae's got her first one done, and Dustin does. And Lada's on her second one. So we're getting closer. You guys are doing good. But yeah, X and Y-Intercepts always, for some reason, pose a lot of trouble. Yeah. But one other thing I wanted to point out, too, is someone said, I think it was Leda that said, yeah, it was Leda, that said that the y-intercept is also in the equation y equals mx plus b. And that's really important too. That y-intercept is always your b. And remember, that's how we start off graphing, is you always go to your b, and then you go up from there with your slope. So I know you know how to do that. You're pretty good at that. Yeah. But think about this, actually, Ashley, you already know what your y-intercept is because of that. So you got that down, and then all you need is your x. That's all. All right. So yeah, that's true. You have good memory. Good memory. Okay. So it looks like, Lita, you are done. Sky, I hope you're not having technical difficulties over there. And then Dustin is done. Ashley is done. And Janae is on her last one. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. All right, Skylar, look good. Looks like you're got a little going on. Oh, yeah. Well, the last one is, at some point on the graph, you're saying? No, I don't, oh, yeah, there's two. Yeah, you're right. Just noticed that. Must like that number. All right, so one last thing. One other thing I wanted to point out about these lines, and anyone can answer this, are these positive sloping lines or are they negative sloping lines?
Which ones?
All of them. Graph 1, 2, 3, 4. Which way do those lines slope?
They're all
okay.
Up and diagonal.
Okay, so yeah.
They're down, they're sloping. They're up, they're.
So think positive or negative? What do you think, Shanae?
Positive.
Okay, so we got 2 positive votes. What do you think, Ashley?
Huh?
Positive or negative?
Are they all the same? They're all the same?
They're positive. Yeah. They are. So good, you guys. These are all positive sloping lines. Remember, you read a graph from left to right like you're reading a book. And as you hit this line, if you start to go up, it's a positive sloping line. Okay, so let's look at graph number 2. So you guys all said your x-intercept. And I can tell which one is your x-intercept because you'll have a number first. So Lita said it was 10, 0. So did Skylar. And Ashley, Janae, Dustin. Very good. Kelly, good job. So you guys all said that it was 10, 0, and you are exactly right. Right here is 10, 0. And then now let's find the y-intercept. So I look and see that it's 0. Okay, so the only thing, Lita and Skylar, is you guys have a positive 6. But it should be negative 6 because notice it's down here at negative 6. But excellent job. And so Janae, good. Ashley, Dustin, Kelly, nice job, you guys. So very good. And I really like how you put the 0 in the right place because that's a struggle. So good job. So your y-intercept, just to be clear, is 0, negative 6. Okay.
Wait. Negative.
Mm-hmm.
I thought.
You did it. You did it right.
I did.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Well, then how come?
You are right on, Janae. You are good. Okay, and then if we go to graph 3, so our x-intercept is here at 8. So I see 8, 0. Later I think that's a 0. It just looks kind of one-ish. 8, 0, 8, 0. So good job, you guys. And then our y-intercept on this one is the same as before, 0, negative 6. So again, just be careful of that negative. It looks like you guys are all right on, so excellent. And then I don't know why these are all negative 6. I just pulled them out like this, but the y-intercept on all these is 0, negative 6. So let's look at that. You guys got the last one right too. And then let's look at the x-intercept. on this one is 4, 0, and nice job, you guys. Excellent job. So really good job writing it with the 0 in the right place, and that's what I wanted to make sure you guys were competent doing that. So very nice. Any questions on looking at a graph and writing the X and Y-intercepts? You guys are good? Janae, Dustin, you good? Ashley, you good now? Okay. Okay, good. All right, you guys, so let's move on to something a little bit different. Let's figure out how to calculate X and Y-intercepts. This one? Oh, Leda, what did you say? Oh, Leda, did you write a no? Oh, no questions. Okay, I get it. Okay, so calculating the X and Y-intercepts is another step. So now you guys are pretty good at taking the graph and figuring out how to write the X-intercept, how to write the Y-intercept, and you know how to locate it. But what happens when you have an equation? So we had some problems where you actually had to take this equation and you had to find the X and Y-intercepts. Well, think about what we know. When we find the X-intercept, there's always going to be a 0 for Y. So if we substitute a 0 in place of Y in our equation down here, whatever we get when we solve for X will be our X-intercept. So if this first example, we have 0, we substitute a 0 in for Y, is equal to 2x minus 2, then we just solve for X. So we added 2 to both sides to get to this next step, and then we divided both sides by 2 to get X equals 1. And that is how we found out that our X-intercept was 1, 0. We can do the same thing to find the Y-intercept down here. Remember, you guys, that to find the Y-intercept, the X term is always going to be 0. So if I set X to 0 in the equation, look at how easy that is. 2 times 0 goes away. It's gone. It's just 0. So Y is then negative 2. Okay? So we can find the X and Y-intercepts algebraically. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a couple. So let's move on. What I want you guys to do before we try then, based on our discussion, write in your notepads, describe how you would find the X and Y-intercepts from an equation. What would you do? So what I just talked about on the last slide, describe how to find the X and Y-intercepts. And this is something that you could write in our discussion for afterwards if you want to. So how did I find those? Describe how you might find them in your notepad, algebraically. I can tell, Ashley, you're a little sick today still.
Do you have to divide?
You don't even have to get that complicated, Janae. Just say, what would you do in an equation to find the X and Y-intercepts? And if you guys want, okay, but say you have no graph. So I'm going to go back. What did we do here to find the X and Y-intercepts? I'm going to let you guys take a minute, yeah. So, Leda, it looks like you're already starting to write. This is good.
Don't you have the times to get the X?
So you guys are, you guys are thinking of the math, but what was the very first thing you had to do? What was the first thing I did?
Solve for X.
Yeah.
Even before solving for X or solving for Y.
Don't you have to solve right after the equation?
Very first step. Go way back, Dustin. Okay, that was maybe a little too far back, yeah.
Write the equation.
Oh my gosh, you guys are way too far back now. Okay, maybe not that far back. Okay, so we have our equation, and I want to calculate the X-intercept. What would I do?
If you want to do what? I'm sorry.
Find the X-intercepts.
The X-intercept.
What would you do?
Divide the two sides.
Before you do that, you guys, it says, what's the first words that it says in there?
Calculate
Okay, the next
X
one.
and Y intercept.
And then the next one.
Set Y equals 0.
Say that again, Ashley.
Set Y equals 0.
Okay.
Set X equals 0.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. I like it.
I was going to say that because that was the first step.
Yes.
That's the second step.
Exactly. That, you guys, right here, I'm going to highlight it. That is going to be the most important step of your life for solving it algebraically is right here. Set Y equal to 0 and set X equal to 0. So the rest of it's all math that you guys can do, but this is the key, right? Set y equal to 0, set x equal to 0.
Oh, okay.
I knew you would. I knew you guys would. A little pressure there.
I see what that's doing now.
Yes. So that is one thing you guys can write in our discussion afterwards if you want. That's a good thing you learned that you can write in there. So set y equal to 0. All right, so here I'm going to task this for you guys. We have equation number 1, equation number 2. So I'm going to do one of them, and you guys are going to do the other one. Are you ready? Okay. And Leda, it would look, Leda, I can't actually read on your notepad. It says it would look at, oh, and then you have y equals 0. So I think you were on the right track too. Good job. Okay, so you guys, what do you want to do first? Do you want to find x-intercept or y-intercept?
It doesn't matter. Why?
Yeah, both. Okay, we'll find the y-intercept. So where should I plug in a 0? For x or for y then?
X.
Very good. I'm going to plug in a 0 for x in order to find the y-intercept. Exactly. Okay, we're on the same page. Uh-huh.
You have to give them
Yeah.
equation y equals so the y equals negative 16 plus negative 2x. Plus.
Go ahead. At the plus b. Oh. Yeah. Oh, very good. Lady, you are right on. You're exactly right. If it's written in slope-intercept form, that is exactly what you could do. That's perfect. So if you look at equation 1 though, Lita, we don't have y equals mx plus b, but you could change it to be that. That's for sure. So let's do this, you guys. Let's go ahead with our substituting in. So if we plug in a 0 for x, so Ashley, this is what you were talking about. The only thing is, Ashley, what is 2 times 0? 0. So if we do that, this is gone, right?
Yeah.
So what is our y-intercept? Good. And then remember what I said, you guys, just write it as 0, negative 16. Okay? So we need to do one more. We need to do the x-intercept. So where should I plug in the 0 on this one? Ah, very good, on the y. So for our x-intercept, we're going to plug a 0 in for y. So let's do this one. So we have a little bit more work on this one. We have 2x plus 0 equals negative 16. What do I have to do to solve for x?
Don't you have to divide?
Good.
This is where you
Shanae,
divide.
yeah. You're good. You got the divide. Awesome. Very nice. And then later it looks like you're starting to write a 2, so I'm thinking maybe you mean divide by 2. You what? Was that Skylar? I think that might have been Skylar. So then you get x equal to negative 8. Negative 16 divided by 2 is negative 8. So our x-intercept is negative 8 comma 0. So very nice. All right, you guys, you're tackling this last problem here on your own, and then we are done for the day. So do your best. You can write your work in the notepads if you want, especially if you want feedback on what you did wrong if you didn't get it. If you think you got it down and you know, like Lita, your idea might be a good idea for this one, because it isn't. I guess yours just keeps scrolling back up every time. Oh, very good, perfect. All right, so Dustin is in, Janae is in, Lita is in, and Skylar is about in. Janae is going to be typing. She's in process. I see her smoking over there, all that knowledge coming out. All right, Skylar, good job, good job, good job. All right, Janae, how you doing?
I'm guessing, so don't
Change colors here.
don't.
No, I'm not doing it yet. I'm waiting for you. I'm patient. I'm patiently waiting.
I'm guessing, so don't. think I know it. I don't know if I know it. I don't know if that's right.
It's okay. It's all right. Did you guess?
Yeah.
Did you guess? Okay.
It's down at the bottom.
It's at the bottom. Oh, yeah, I just, oh no, oh, do I see it? I see your 0,5. Is that what you have? Okay. Okay. All right, you guys, so I'm looking at your equations. We're going to see who's right. So many of you guys have very similar equations. There's just a little bit of discrepancy on if the 4 goes in the x place or if the 4 goes in the y place on a few of yours. So, and Ashley, okay, so let's just check, you guys. So easiest thing first is this equation like we were talking about is in y equals mx plus b form, right? Slope intercept. So this 20 here on the end, what does this represent? What does that represent? What, Ashley? The 20. And your y equals mx plus b. It is. And that's what Lita said. It is your y-intercept, right? So I know without any calculations that my y-intercept is going to be 0, 20. Right? So the 20 is in place of where y goes. The 20 is in place of where y goes. Okay? So, Skylar, Lita, do you guys see where your 20 is in the wrong side? You did a good job with putting your zeros in different places, but yep, exactly, Sky, good. And so nice job with identifying the 20. You just have it in the not quite the right place. Okay, now if we did it mathematically, think about how we would do that, you guys. We would take our y, and we would say y equals. We would plug in a 0 for x, okay, and then we would solve. So 0 times 5 is 0. That's gone. So we are left with y equals 20. So that's how mathematically we can prove that this y-intercept is in fact 20. All right. Any questions on the y-intercept, you guys? Any questions on that?
So if there's two numbers, an x and a y in the equation, and there's no equal sign, it's always going to be
on the end?
Yeah.
As long as it's in this form, yep. As long as it looks like this, that number on the end by itself is always going to be your y-intercept. That's your b. Dustin, how are you? Are you okay with that? I think you got it right, so you're fine anyway. Okay, and Ashley, you're good. You got that right too, so you're good. Okay, so then the last one's a little bit trickier. So to find the x-intercept, we're going to plug in a 0 in place of y. So let's go ahead and try that one. So we'll plug in a 0 in place of y, and then we're going to say 0 equals 5x plus 20. So here's where we have to do a little bit more math, right? We have to solve for x. So we have to subtract 20 from each side, and we end up with a negative 20 equals 5x. The 20 minus 20 is gone. That equals 0. And then our final step is to divide by 5. So Janae, I think this is what you were thinking when you had the 5. You were dividing by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, or 1x. And then negative 20 divided by 5 is just negative 4. Oh, when I subtracted 20, because 0 minus 20 is negative 20.
I was trying to do up here what this.
What I done down there, down here?
Yeah.
Good. Well, and that's exactly why I always show your work too, because then if you make a small mistake, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So, yep, negative 4. So then to write our x-intercept, we put the negative 4 in place of the x, because that's our x-intercept, and then we plugged in a 0 for y. And there we go. All right, you guys, how's everyone doing? If you feel okay, then go up to the guy that's raising his hand. You guys see it up there at the top? And click on the little arrow and say agree with a check mark. Oh yeah, you can click on the picture too. Good point, Ashley. Good point. See, technology, you're a genius. Very good. You can also just click on the guy with the hand and turn it into a little check mark. So, Shanae, do you need a little bit more help?
I just want to write them down so I know.
Okay, so you're just writing it down? Okay, so when I look through, Lita, how about you? Do you need any help? Skylar, you need a little bit of help?
You said to raise the hand?
Yep, just raise your, or that's good, Janae, that works too. You just raise the hand. So Sky, you need some help? Uh-huh. Okay. Then just hang out. I'm going to direct everybody to the discussion, and then if you just want to stay, we can work through it together. How's that sound? Okay. All right, so everybody else that checked green, go ahead and go into Schoology now, and then post what you learned. Okay, and then if you notice other people have posted, then go ahead and if you respond now, then you're good with those people.
What do we post for week?
We are in Thanksgiving week. It's called Thanksgiving week. So it's quarter 2, unit 2B. No, it's unit 3. Unit 3. Quarter 2, unit 3, and it's under Thanksgiving week. I'll make sure everyone can get there. Go ahead and post. Okay. All right, Skylar, so go ahead and turn your microphone on with me. So everybody else is okay. So Dustin, you're out. Ashley.